Council, so we were effective in electing 6 new members. With that said, those 6 new members that we have, 5 out of the 6 ran on a platform, each and every one of them, that they would support making Detroiters whole who have been overtaxed by over $600 million by getting tax credits. Well, once they get elected, they start hemming and hawing and talking about, well, now I'm on the other side, I understand something different. So the outcome is Dan Gilbert got another $60 million in tax credits, but meanwhile, you only want to give us $6 million out of over more than $600 million, and we were overtaxed. So for me, in a nutshell, that just says a lot about them. The second thing is they did a horrible job at the budget. People want to say the city council has no power. That's a lie. You always have power when you control the purse strings, and we've had that conversation already. They did a horrible job, and now they're supporting the mayor and creating another department, which is going to cost us $20 million to create an affordable housing department when we have the housing revitalization department and the housing commission. In addition to that, $58 million of our ARPA money is going to go into things that we're already paying for. So overall, I just don't understand, where does common sense come into play? Because I'd like to see some of it show up, and I'd like to see them do some real negotiations. If you're going to give Dan Gilbert $60 million, tell me what I'm getting back for it. It needs to be tangible, purposeful, and you need to be intentional about doing your work.
What about being in writing?
Well, see, don't get me started on them contracts now with all them gaping holes that they have in it. So I'm going to leave that alone.
All right. I just know we don't get it in writing, like Judge Judy said. You don't have a case.
Well, that's a part of the negotiation, right? It has to go in writing within the agreement. That's the whole purpose. But it needs to be clear, explicit language. All of this ambiguity within these agreements is just mind-boggling to me. We do have a congressional race going on. We have a Wayne County race going on. We have a state legislature race, which includes the House and the Senate. Before I even get to Congress, because I feel like we only focus on that, and we're not monolithic people. We could walk, chew gum, we can multitask, we have to. We're born into that struggle. But let me say this, we stand to lose so much this year. So much this year. Congress is important. There is a war going on, and we in our backyard. So they did that to us for the local election. And so now I'm very concerned that we may have a low voter turnout for this election. So in addition to that, they redrew the lines. People think that they just redrew the lines to affect Congress. That affects your state rep and your county commissioners as well. So what has happened is that because the way the lines have been redrawn, which we know